Craig, let's kick off the carnage with a titanic tag team terror tussle. The reigning champions King B3 and 101 back to hang on to their title against Diotoir and Mega Morg. The winners through to the tag semi-finals later on in this series of Extreme.
I'm in the pits with Diotoir and Mega Morg. Now, you're an unusual pairing. How did you get together?
Well, they were trying to transport a load of blow-up sheep into Ireland. And the guys that stopped them, you know. Well, they're only ninja now because we conscious.
But are you a robotic match made in heaven? Because you are up against the reigning champions. Do you stand a chance, even?
Rain doesn't bother us, it doesn't rust.
What do you think about that? Can you beat the reigning champions?
Well, they're only champions because we weren't in it last year. You know?
They haven't got a hope in hell. I'm here with the reigning champions, King B, Powerworks and Team 101. They're looking confident. Are you united as a team this time round?
Absolutely solid.
Yeah. Been working together for a while?
Yeah, we've been working together. We've got this really sewn up, we think, now.
Are you as confident as that?
Dream team. We're just going to go out there and trash them like we did last year.
Excellent. And what's your prediction for the match then?
Well, I think when we finish with Mega Morg, there's going to be a cremation.
From Clondalkin, Dublin in Ireland, Diotoir. From Pencluid, Swansea, Mega Morg.
Diotoir on the left and Mega Morg on the right. Let's have a look at the stats. Diotoir's problem, it catches fire. As for Mega Morg, it's the heaviest in this tag contest, 99 kilos, and not too quick.
From Havant in Hampshire, King B Powerworks. From Kettering, 101.
So the King B Powerworks stats cost £4,000 to build, but will it be retired early? His teammate cost 101 pence to build. Good traction control. Mike Franklin's experience at the controls vital.
Roboteers, stand by.
So Diotoir, the Irish team, with the Welsh stickers taking up its position in the corner, which means that Mega Morg will be out in the arena. Yes, the Welsh and Irish team. There's Dorian Cordy getting a massage from Dr. Zulu. Peter Redman at the controls of Diotoir with the fur devil's caps. King B into the corner, leaving 101. The reigning tag terror champions. Mike Franklin at the controls of 101, Simon Harrison for the King B Powerworks team. And don't forget, our own terror, Sergeant Bash in the war zone to keep an evil eye on things, along with SHUNT. Huge push from the scoop.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
So two robots start. They can change by tagging their teammates in the corner. Mega Morg looks by far the bigger, but it's only 2 kilos heavier than 101 with the little front spikes that can flip if they can get underneath Mega Morg. There you can see the spike like a serpent's tongue. Onto the picture of Anne Robinson. Mega Morg unhappy with her comments about the Welsh, who will be the weakest link here. There's a tag. King B replacing 101. And also the other tag, Diotoir's out with the inflatable sheep just trying to drift by and past his opponent there. King B trying to thrust with the front lifting forks. The sheep, well, he's lost his sheep. Diotoir, little Bo Peep, smashed against the arena wall, has tagged, or has he? Mega Morg sits back in there. Be prepared for mayhem here. Absolute confusion. I'm sure it'll all just break down into an utter rumble. There's the circular saw on the front of King B. A Pussycat-style circular saw we've seen on Pussycat, that famous robot from Robot Wars in the past. And there's the front lifting forks on the back of the circular saw. Takes on the sheep that goes flying there. Old Larry the Lamb. Dear oh dear. Diotoir. Well, the fur has been scratched, and Mega Morg wants to come out and protect Diotoir. Can they tag in there and allow Mega Morg to come out? Why is Diotoir taking the punishment here, and why is Mega Morg not coming out? Mega Morg a little shove on the teammate and now comes into the action with the Welsh slogan on the back. Mega Morg slamming into both King B and 101, and they're both out on the war zone floor. I've warned you of this. There's the spike. Diotoir's on fire. King B has been tossed around the arena by Diotoir. Meanwhile, Mega Morg and 101 are thrusting against one another. There's 101 with a little push there on Mega Morg. King B spinning around. Diotoir's on fire. Absolute confusion. 101 chase after Mega Morg with the fur-lined team colours in the picture of Anne Robinson. 101 now under pressure from Diotoir. Diotoir will flip 101. Don't worry about that. That can work both ways up because of the tank traps. But is only one of the tank traps working? I think it is. And all of a sudden, the reigning champions are in trouble because I think King B is spinning wildly out of control. And the reigning champions could be facing elimination here in the tag team terror. There's no control on King B. And 101 in trouble too. This could be a shock.
And the judges have made their decision. Remember, they're looking at style, control, damage, and aggression. And they've gone for Mega Morg!
I'd just like to say that makes us the world champions now. We may as well stop the tournament now. We've beaten you lot. We are the world champions. Yeah!
And it would appear that Anne Robinson scares robots as well, because well, they were the weakest link. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Let's hear it for Mega Morg and
You're not talking to him then?
Well, I'm a bit peeved because 101 died and it's got an absolute 100% track record of never breaking down,
So it has to be his
I
fault.
think he's jinxed us, yeah, really. And I think if this is carried on, we're still going on one track at least. We've done some damage and we could have won, but
So we've seen you guys bickering quite a lot in the past, it'd be fair to say that.
we're trying to get
wouldn't it?
separate benches now.
Do you think there's going to be a grudge match?
I won't be surprised.
Well,
We're going to get them working first, but
yeah.
if we do, I think I'll give them a good levering. In the arena, of course.
What was that, Mike?
I think we'll give yours a good levering. What do you reckon?
No, I'm not having it.
Yeah.
I think they should fix their robots first, eh?
And first up, a tag team terror contest for a place in the semi-finals. Bigger Brother and Plunderbird. In the last series, they came third in this against Comengetorix and Spawn again.
In the pits, it is tag team terror time again. And Comengetorix, it's a bit of an invitation, isn't it, in that name?
Oh yeah, they've got to come and get it.
They're paired up with Spawn of Scatter. Now, what brought you two teams together? Because it's a new pairing.
Well, basically, we beat them last year, and ever since then, we've been friends.
All right. Quite amicable then. What are you going to do to your opponents then?
Well, I don't know about Big Brother so much, but I think Plunderbird needs to learn how to fly.
Right, it's going to be the opposition. And they've got something to say too.
We have told you before.
And we'll tell you again.
We've got the slice.
We've got the flip.
And we'll cut them up, nice and chuck them in the skip.
We've just loaded Plunderbird. As we switched it on, the robot's gone into fast forward and completely wrecked our roller shutter doors, if you have a look, which has virtually disabled the stage for the rest of the day.
Breaking news from the pits. We've just heard the Plunderbird can't go to fight in the arena. They went in, they damaged the door, and they damaged themselves. So we've had to find a replacement. And Major Tom, it looks like you have been drawn up to fight with Big Brother. Are you ready? Are you happy? Are you technically prepared for this?
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. Fantastic.
Well, good luck, team. We need you in the arena as soon as possible. This is an untested tag team. It's never happened before. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, I'm with the door then.
Well, I told you I wanted to go first, mate.
Yeah, well, perhaps you should have let him open it first, eh?
Yeah, well, I suppose there is that, really.
Well, you know, I mean, it's only common courtesy.
Unfortunate, I know, but...
It did come out of nowhere, though, Gov. I mean, I didn't see it coming.
From the Isle of Wight, Comengetorix.
This is the remodeled Warvet Vercingetorix, which fought in 3 previous series. Has an axe lifter flipper remech, which can hoist 200 kilos. Comengetorix, if you think you're hard enough.
Hi, we're Team Comengetorix this year. We were Vercingetorix. This is Ian, Team Captain. I'm Alistair, and this is the sleeping partner, Tom. Amongst our weaponry, we have a lifter, sarcasm written on the front, and an axe, so that people will get the point.
From East Tilbury, Spawn Again.
Twice a series semi-finalist has a high-powered CO2 flipper at the front and spike at the back, and the 12-volt battery can generate an astonishing 25 miles an hour top speed.
Yeah, we're a Spawn Again team. As you can see, the Essex boys have got a new robot this year. We're same power, but a big, bad flipper this year. Anyone who wants to go up against us in the arena better be prepared to go into orbit.
And our motto this year is surrender or fly.
From the Isle of Sheppey, Major Tom.
A cross between a 1970s fairground bumper car and a garden water barrel. 12-volt electric driven, the motor's from a golf caddy. Ground control to Major Tom can stoke up 10 miles an hour top speeds.
Hi, my name's Henry Ryan. This is Joe Brown from Laysdown, and this is Samantha Ryan. And this is our robot, Major Tom. And we're here to do serious damage to any other robot that wants to get in our way.
We're a 1978 Italian Dodgem car, and anyone that wants to get in our way, we're just going to bump, dodge them straight out of the way, crash, they're gone.
From Brighton, Bigger Brother.
A nightmare in metal is the official description of this 96-kilo machine with its CO2-powered gas ram spike flipper, 0 ground clearance, and a Robot Wars veteran. What, an 8.5?
Hello, my name's Joe, and this is my sister Ellie. She's the pit crew. And this is my dad, Ian, and he's the driver. I'm the captain, and I use the flipper. Watch out, Bigger Brother's about.
Roboteers, stand by.
Joe, so the Comengetorix and Spawn Again teams, Darren Ball for the Spawn Again and Ian Gear at the controls of Comengetorix, and there's Major Tom, Bigger Brother. House robots, Sir Chromalot, our deadly destroyer, and Dead Metal with the scorpion pincers and the venomous circular saw.
3, 2, 1.
Two robots starting, Bigger Brother and Comengetorix. That's Comengetorix with the needle-like axe, not very powerful. Certainly the Bigger Brother here. They've gone off alarming. Venting steam, venting collective spleen. Little Joe is the weapon operator and at the controls, and Comengetorix are neither coming nor going at the moment in time. They're very sluggish, and Bigger Brother is doing all the attacking. Don't forget, your teammate can only come in if you tag them. Comengetorix, that's better now. Driving forward up to 15 miles an hour. Out comes Major Tom. Out comes Spawn Again. All 4 robots in there at this moment in time. This is not strictly allowed. That's Major Tom being flicked up and over. Henry Ryan and little Samantha Ryan in the team, and bang, they go over. Well, that was a head-on collision, wasn't it, for Major Tom? Came down to earth with an almighty bang. Comengetorix on one side, doing the attacking. Well, I think Bigger Brother is, yes, trying to right his teammate Major Tom. That is good work there by Ian Watts, the driver of Bigger Brother. Side by side with Comengetorix. That's Spawn Again coming out now with a little flick, using the lifter, the CO2-powered lifter. But for me, Bigger Brother is the most impressive robot in this tag team terror. Spawn Again's lifter seems to be stuck in position. Open, there's Chromalot. Major Tom is about to be counted out by the ref bot. They were righted by their teammate Bigger Brother, but they were never quite right, if you get what I mean. And certainly Comengetorix is trying to use that little axe to cause more trouble. Well, we know that Major Tom has gone then, leaving Bigger Brother's Ian Watts to fight alone. Dead Metal is trying to polish off the Union Jack of Major Tom. He's still smiling on top there, look. Major Tom. And Spawn Again's weapon has never really been useful in the entire battle. It's the end of Major Tom. You can hear the siren. That means the Pit of Oblivion is being opened up. Major Tom's on the floor flipper. And the Italian Dodgem car failed to dodge just about anything there, really. crashing on the arena floor. Great creativity has gone into Major Tom. Think of all the work that's gone into that. The painting, the glitter, transforming it from a dodgem car, all the work. Great. We'll finish you off then in just a trice. That's what Robot Wars is all about. Robot Wars Extreme means extreme punishment for your creativity. And all your work, Major Tom team, the Ryans and Joe Brown, comes to that sort of an end. If we can get you in the pit, you're a little bit too big actually. Lose some weight, son. Major Tom counted out.
Ground control to Major Tom. Your circuits are dead. There's something wrong. The winners, Comengetorix and Spawn again! Got you guys? Well, big brother. Joe, what happened there, mate?
We had an interference where Daddy thinks the antenna is broken.
Little kids, lovely little kids.
All fair in love and war.
All is fair in love and war. I'm sure it's... I mean, they were almost in tears.
Yeah, but we couldn't see that.
Proud of yourself.
We couldn't see that in there.
Well, and Comengetorix, no respect for the Union flag there. You're just bashing it. Yeah.
Well, do they deserve to wear it?
I can see it. I can see a grudge match coming on.
Only when their robots are working properly.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Bottling out.
Hey, we'll get you in the pits and we'll see if we can sort of grudge match out between you two because he's angry now. And when little Joe's angry, he's mean. Yeah. When he's angry, he's mean. Look, he's what?
He's up for it.
Yeah, he's up for it. He's up for a grudge match, all right? So
yeah, no problem.
We'll see if we can make that happen then, all right, guys? Until then, though, please let it all hang out for Spawn again and Comengetorix. Well done, lads.
Craig, this for a place in the tag team semi-final. The clean, mean, slipstream Cerberus and Thermidor against the grease monkeys of S.M.I.D.S.Y and the Sumpthing boys. We've seen these robots before in the war, something proud of their low-tech grunge image, but look at the apps and look at the power. Their teammate here, S.M.I.D.S.Y have always lacked control. They've had signal problems, torched and very rarely getting far in Robot Wars in the past. Cerberus are gleaming, beautiful, failed to perform though, failed to deliver. But look at their teammate, already in Robot Wars Extreme. Thermidor with the power to toss Behemoth and Stinger out of the arena. They're the stars of this tag team contest.
Well, Jonathan, I'm in the pits with the first tag team pairing. It's Cerberus, the job from where?
From hell.
From hell. And Thermidor. You're an unusual pairing. How did you get together?
We met in the Third War. We've been good friends ever since.
And did you think your robots would complement each other in this particular event?
We will, yeah, definitely.
Cerberus, what do you think of your opponents? Have you checked them out?
Yeah, we went to have a look. Their machines are so dirty, all covered in grease, and it's like, it's quite horrible, really.
So what are you going to do to them?
Smashing and cleaning up. We'll take them all to pieces, and then we'll clean the parts individually and give it back to them in little pieces.
Well, that is telling them, isn't it? This is going to be a fight from hell. Well, I'm here with Sumpthing and S.M.I.D.S.Y, and I don't want to worry you too much at this stage, but your opponents are calling you a bunch of greasy, grimy, dirty no-hopers. How do you feel about that?
Well, apart from the no-hopers, I think they're absolutely right about the dirt. We've got a fair complement of weaponry between us. Horizontal blades, vertical blades, stabbing spikes, wedges, lifting bits. Speed, aggression and power.
Are you as confident as your team members?
No problem at all. We're just hoping that they'll run a fair fight, that they won't cheat on us, because we've got everything we need here just to beat them fair and square and just put them into the ground. No problem at all.
Well, they have got the oil, they've got the lobster. This could be a recipe for disaster.
From London, Cerberus.
A metal dinosaur dog with crushing jaw, slashing claws and ramming tail. 24-volt driven top speeds of 18 miles an hour, named after the beast that guards Hades.
We are Team Cerberus. I'm Theo, this is Alex, this is Vass. This beast is Cerberus, and he's ready to tear the opposition to pieces. We are the most dangerous machine. We are so dangerous, they keep us in a cage.
From Costasy, Norwich, Norfolk, Thermidor 2.
Shaped like a lobster with claws and a flipper, pneumatic with full gas pressure, a zero turning circle, top speeds of 15 miles an hour, a series semi-finalist last time out.
We're Team Lobster, my name's Dave, this is Ian, this is our robot Thermidor 2. We're angry, we're ready for a fight, keep out of our way.
From cyberspace, S.M.I.D.S.Y.
The wheels come from go-karts, the jaws operated by a luxury car seat actuator. They've had radio signal problems in the past. Sorry mate, I didn't see you. No, sorry mate, I didn't signal you, S.M.I.D.S.Y.
I'm Mike, captain of Team Ixion. This is Andy on weapons, Robin the driver. This is S.M.I.D.S.Y. We've always been tenacious. This year we've got more bite. We're going to smash them up in the ring, leave them to sweep up the pieces.
From Leicester, Sumpthing.
A classic, crusty, gorgeous, grungy, greasy bot built for brawling with loving tender care. 2 swords replace the axe from previous wars. Is it something and nothing now?
We're Team Tetanus. I'm Dig. This is Jeff. This is Paul. Paul's replacing Johnny, because Johnny's lost. Paul, however, has been drafted in to help create the awesome twin discs of death.
Roboteers, stand by.
So, S.M.I.D.S.Y. with the low centre of gravity, and something likewise also. The controls of S.M.I.D.S.Y. Robin Bennett there on the right-hand side, Dig at the controls of Sumpthing. Cerberus with the crushing beak. Its formidable tag teammate Thermidor with the claws and the lifting ramp. Controls of Cerberus, Vass, and Ian Harvey driving Thermidor. And also up against them, our house robots, Bash with the long-range flame of ill fortune, and SHUNT with the power bulldozer and the diamond-tipped axe as well. S.M.I.D.S.Y. starting off against Cerberus. Don't forget, the other robots cannot come into the arena unless one of these two goes to be tagged. Cerberus pushing S.M.I.D.S.Y. Find that difficult at the moment. S.M.I.D.S.Y. just digging in. Robin Bennett, the robot driver, a computer programmer. And there you can see the weapon of S.M.I.D.S.Y. at the back there. A 10-kilo disc running at 2,500 RPM. Oh, look at that! And shredding into the side of Cerberus. Where they're going here, though, they're bashing against their teammate Sumpthing. Now, I wonder whether or not S.M.I.D.S.Y. is already having control problems. On the attack on Cerberus. Cerberus moving away. S.M.I.D.S.Y. here. That's a long, long run. That's too long. That's suspiciously long. I think they might have been stuck there in front drive, and they have been, and S.M.I.D.S.Y. are in trouble, which is why Sumpthing have come out. They weren't technically tagged. Sumpthing in the arena, though. And, of course, that has allowed now both Cerberus and Thermidor to come into the ring. We've got mayhem. And Sumpthing is flicked up and over by Thermidor, and they spike themselves. Sumpthing spiked onto the arena floor, which means they can get no drive whatsoever. They're going nowhere. But that looked promising early on for S.M.I.D.S.Y. They got stuck, though, had remote control problems. The red box coming in, and Sumpthing and S.M.I.D.S.Y. here about to be counted out here. Sumpthing is spiked onto the arena floor. We know that S.M.I.D.S.Y.'s all in trouble already, and they're out of it. Sumpthing gone, S.M.I.D.S.Y. gone. Leaving Thermidor and Cerberus to create what mayhem they want. This Thermidor flicking in underneath S.M.I.D.S.Y. and onto the floor flipper. And they're about to be counted out as well. So it's all over. S.M.I.D.S.Y. and Sumpthing have been beaten, and SHUNT and Bash, of course, can now come in and wreak havoc. Look at that. This is SHUNT with a diamond edge axe. S.M.I.D.S.Y. is flicked up and over. Oh, let's have a go at the underbelly now. The house robots. Bang! A dent. To be fair, the underbelly held firm. They're out, though, of course, long gone. The pit of oblivion descends. The crowd want them in that pit. And they're not to be denied. Cerberus watches over the gates of hellish torture. And down goes S.M.I.D.S.Y.
Well, something happened to Sumpthing, I tell you. Thermidor and Cerberus, they go through. Come on here, guys. Come on here. You know, you're not supposed to be in the arena at the same time for a start. And you guys were breaking all the rules. What happened to your robot?
Well, we got this slight problem.
Really? Design flaw, really, isn't it?
It is, yes, this is indeed a design flaw. Well, normally, you see, most people have a self-writing device, and we merely have flip-resistant ointment.
Yeah, but then again, you go and take on a house robot, and look what happens.
I'd like
you very much, he just put you in the pit.
I'd like to claim I was in control, but the radio interference was doing it all for me.
Never mind, guys, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Sumpthing and S.M.I.D.S.Y.
Oh, we've done him! We've done him!
It was quite easy, really, wasn't it?
Oh, well, you know, our robots are both superb.
Yeah.
You know, he flips, we buy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they brought their handbags?
They brought their handbags and they lost them. They lost them to dance around and everything.
Well, did you enjoy that, though?
Oh, we really did. It was really quite interesting.
It was just bullying, really, though, wasn't it?
Well, no bullying. I mean, those boys, they give us a good slap on the tail.
I know, but, oh, yeah, they did give you a bit of a slap.
They gave us a good slap on the tail. We tried to bite them, but something went hideously wrong and the biting failed. But anyway, we'll have to look into that later, folks.
Okay, let's try and raise the roof for Cerberus and Thermidor 2!
That's right, Craig. This is the last of our first round tag team terror contests for a place in the semi-finals. Napalm and Chromalot against the Steel Avenger and Suicidal Tendencies. Let's join Jules in the pits with the Napalm and Chromalot teams.
Napalm, do you think you're going to do damage as a team?
Absolutely. We're going to set them up. These guys are going to knock them down.
So, not worried then? Not just a little bit worried?
Give me that one. Worried? But what about what? This is Robot Wars. We are the class team here. You should know that out there. Support Chromalot, support Napalm. We're going to do damage to Steel Lego and Suicidal Meccano. We're not worried at all. Are we bothered?
No.
I don't think so.
Things are hotting up here in the pits. Now, I wonder how the Steel Avenger and Suicidal Tendencies are going to take to that abuse. Team, your opposition are calling you the Steel Meccano.
Are they really?
Does that hurt?
That really does hurt. I'm not having them saying that about our robot.
No, so you're still confident?
We are very confident. We're going to trash them in there. We're going to axe them to death.
And they're calling you Suicidal Lego.
Lego? Oh.
Yeah.
What's it? To Chromalot? That's going to be crushed a lot.
Oh, crushed a lot. So what are you going to do to them then?
Well, we're going to crush him, we're going to kill him. And that's you are going to kill who?
He's trying to
kill you. Chromalot. We're going to get in the ring with the Tin Man, the Action Man crew. Are we worried? I don't think so. We're going to see you in the arena.
Yeah. Sort it out later, boys. Steve, you're coming with me.
Which is the best offer he's had all day?
From South Ockenden in Essex, Sir Chromalot.
Looks the part, a gas-powered flipper and what looks like a ray gun on top. It's not. They say they have drills to thrill. They're great showmen and they'll give it a go.
From New Ash Green, Napalm.
A large titanium hulled wedgie thing with vicious snarling fang steel spikes attached to the rotary arm, 24 volts electric power, grey and grisly this time around.
From Holton St Mary in Colchester, Essex, the Steel Avenger.
A powerful pneumatic axe robot with a rear flipper, steel frame and steel polycarbonate armour driven by two 750-watt industrial motors.
From Bredsall, Suicidal Tendencies.
100 kilos in weight, 10 miles an hour top speeds, and a Razor-S beak which can crush at 26 tons PSI. I find that difficult to believe, to be honest.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's Napalm with his teammate Sir Chromalot. The controls, David Crosby on the left-hand side, Steve Merrill on the right. And on to the Suicidal Tendencies and Steel Avenger team at the control of the Tendencies. Charlie Binns on the right-hand side, John Willoughby on the left with the Steel Avenger. And our two house robots, a Kilolot, our Knight of the Square Arena, can thunder with the crushing jaws and plunder with the lance. And shunt endless energy levels, consistently cadaverous, horrendously hungry for victims.
3, 2,
Well, we're starting off here with the Steel Avenger against Napalm. And In goes that smashing axe of the Steel Avenger. Denting the front of Napalm, has the sort of twin fangs at the back. Rocking it forward with the axing motion. Napalm almost off balance. And the Steel Avenger coming in with a thrust to take advantage of that ill balance. Napalm being pushed away. Don't forget the other teammates can only come in if you tag them. That's the official regulation. And I think Napalm will need to be tagged because it looks flimsy, doesn't it? And in now comes Suicidal Tendencies. They've tagged. They look sturdy and punishing and menacing, and Napalm looks about to be crumpled. To be honest, it's, well, all the work that goes in from the other robots, and the Napalm team comes in like that. I'm not saying they're going to be beaten here, but it looks as if they've made it in about 5 minutes. I'm sure they spent a lot of time loving tender care on it, with the big pram wheels underneath Napalm's frame. Bits come off the side. David Crosby and his students are a magnificent sports. They always come to Robot Wars and get into the spirit of things. Is that Napalm written on the front in lipstick? I'm not too sure. Pretty in pink, whatever it is. Chromalot's come in. And why? Sir Chromalot didn't even have time to come in and do the knightly thing, the knight in shining armour, did it? Napalm's being crumpled and out of the arena, and that's the end of them. In a crumpled heap. Sir Chromalot never had a chance because of its tag team terror teammate. Now it comes into the fray to take on Steel Avenger and also Suicidal Tendencies. There's the back of Steve and his teammate Ray Tate. And Sir Chromalot, what is that on top? I'm not too sure. Where's the drill? Maybe it's hidden in underneath there. They've got a little lifting arm. Oh! And the two teammates having a bit of a dust-up here. That was Suicidal Tendencies and the Steel Avenger clashing. You've seen the pit release button go. You know what's going to happen in Robot Wars Extreme. Look at the size of Killalot there compared to Sir Chromalot. Huge. Suicidal Tendencies getting out of the way. And Sir Chromalot. Bind. Cease.
Napalm, Sir Chromalot go out. Suicidal Tendencies and Steel Avenger go marching on. Come on, guys. Well, what's Sir Chromalot got against you?
I don't know. I think he's jealous of us or something. You know, it's the girls, you know, I don't know what it is.
Maybe he thought you weren't fighting hard enough or something like that, because he shouldn't really throw you out the ring like that, should he?
Well, you know, it's been 3-4 years from Chromalot. You know, he's got a bit of a grudge against us.
It didn't really go very well for you, though, did it?
Not the worst fight.
It wasn't your worst fight.
We've had worse fights. We have had worse fights. This is true.
Yes,
This is true.
you know,
Yes.
We were itching to come out to help them. I think they've done a brilliant job. Really do.
But
Excellent.
look, you didn't stand a chance once they'd been thrown out the ring.
We come out, was doing really well. Batteries died. It was all over.
Yeah. And then, of course, two people in the ring at once.
Yeah, well,
flouting all the rules.
It's war.
It's war.
Yeah. There's no rules in war.
These things happen in war, don't they?
Suicidal Tendency and Steel Avenger. Give it up for them. Come on. Well done, guys.
Oh, guys, come on. I am so depressed. But not really. I'll be back.
This for a place in the final. The Jaw and Claw, Thermidor 2, the Lobster and Cerberus the Dog, against the Shine and Wine of Steel Avenger and Suicidal Tendencies. What a battle.
Well, Jonathan, these tag team battles are never pretty, but this could be really ugly because they're fighting for a place in the final. It's the Steel Avenger and Suicidal Tendencies up against the Dog from Hell and the Lobster. Is that scary?
I don't think so. I reckon it'll be dog and seafood on the menu.
Okay. Do you think you're a good match for their match?
Yeah, I think we're pretty well matched, or a bit better. I think we'll have the edge.
So the pairings are quite even, but we think we've got the edge here. Team, have you got a message for the opposition?
On the flame pit, lobster Thermidor.
Sounds delicious. Well, team, the opposition certainly want a piece of you. What have you got to say in reply to that?
Well, we're going to get a big piece of them, and we're going to stick it where the sun don't shine.
Talking. But do you think you really are a good match for them?
We are. They've got no chance.
Yes? Well, the time for talking is over. Let's get stuck in.
Roboteers, stand by.
John and Jackie Willoughby there on the right-hand side of the Steel Avenger, and Ed and Charles with Suicidal Tendencies, and they're the Cerberus and Thermidor teams, and the house robots in the arena as well, Sir Killalot, the claws that crush the lance that spears, and alongside Sergeant Bash with the long-range flamethrower.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Starting off in this tag team terror semi-final, Suicidal Tendencies and Cerberus there on the left-hand side, gleaming steel machines crash and crunch and back away, and Steel Avenger comes in with that 26 tons of crushability. Cerberus growling and prowling and moving away, and there's the tag. Although I must admit, Thermidor too came a long way out in the arena. I'm not too sure if they have tagged legally. Well, the ref had a look, so everything's okay, and Thermidor into the corner, into the CPZ. It's bad driving by the Thermidor team, that's for certain. Cerberus, again tagging Thermidor. It's almost as if they're trying to have a go at one another. The old claw and paw, or claw and raw, claw and jaw, whatever you like to call it. So we've got two in the middle there, Thermidor and Cerberus, take on Suicidal Tendencies and the Steel Avenger, which is there on the left-hand side. Meanwhile, back in the CPZ, Suicidal Tendencies getting to grips. It's absolute mayhem. There's only supposed to be 2 robots out there at any one stage, and not for one moment in this semi-final has that happened. Cerberus to attack there, the Steel Avenger. You can just see the back there of Bats on the left-hand side, controlling Cerberus. Comes in on the attack on his teammate again, Thermidor. Well, I don't know what's happened to that team, because they've been at each other all the way through this, tooth and nail. And it, of course, leaves now the Steel Avenger to come in and attack Thermidor, who I think have been immobilised. I don't know whether the engines have conked out. They're on the flame pit. They're being counted out. They've been counted out. They're the red card shown by the ref bot. That's it. Thermidor have gone, which leaves Cerberus fighting a lone battle now with Steel Avenger. Nibbling, annoying at the back of Steel Avenger. Both robots have to be immobilised, of course, to go out. There's the pit descending into the Steel Avenger. Very nearly drove itself in. Pit, pit, pit. They want one to go down. Well, we know Thermidor's not long for this world. About to head down to Davy Jones' locker. Killalot and Bash in close attendance there. Cerberus is clawed by the Steel Avenger. Oh, look at the hole in the back of Thermidor. And they've looked so good and strong and agile and nippy in this series of extremes so far. The Steel Avenger, the back of Thermidor there, which of course now is food for the house robots. So it, at one stage, was a bit of surf and but no longer. The surf bit has gone. Thermidor through the air, crashes down on the Steel Avenger. In comes also Suicidal Tendencies. Let's have a look at this again. Off the arena floor flipper. Actually crashed down. I don't think it caused any danger whatsoever or damage to the Steel Avenger there, with the feather dust and the trademark at the back. And Cerberus has just hung on to take it to a judge's decision.
The judges have made their decision based on style, control, damage and aggression. And yes, we're having seafood tonight because they've gone for Suicidal Tendencies and Steel Avenger! Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
I can't believe it.
What can't you believe?
We lost.
You were battered.
No, it's 2 of them.
I said it was close, but I was only joking.
Joking, mate. We had them. They were on the run.
I only said
they were
close.
going down.
I said it was close to, get a bit of tension going.
No,
you were well and truly splattered.
Sorry, mate.
Have you enjoyed yourselves, though?
Yes, we had a good time.
Yeah. What about your team?
Yeah,
you weren't much help either way.
Well, if we hadn't broke down, we'd have had it for sure. So they were lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they reckon you were lucky.
Well, we started off okay, sizing each other up, and then Thermidor came out after us as well. So Steel Avenger jumped in, the axes started flying.
The rules don't really apply in this game, do they?
It's war.
Yeah, but they were well and truly lobstered, weren't they?
Thermidor.
They were. So you're through to the
finals, yeah?
To the tag team final.
Yep.
You feeling strong?
Yeah.
You feeling brave?
Yes.
You feeling bold?
Yes.
Let's hear it for Suicidal Tendencies and Steel Avenger!
some pedigree here. Diotoir and Morg beat King B3 and 101, the reigning champions, last time out. They're against Comengetorix and Spawn again this time around.
Well, in the pits, we're preparing for the tag team semi-finals. Diotoir and Morg looking quite confident. Up against Spawn again and Comengetorix. Chances?
Not a bother. You know what I mean? The last was the world championship.
Exactly, you've already taken out the
We
favourites,
are
haven't
the world
you?
champions.
He's confident. Technically all okay? You bonding as a team?
Technically, yeah. So we've got bits of them in ours and they've got bits of us in them.
I don't think I want to hear about that. Good luck, team. Well, Spawn again and Comengetorix. I've just met your opponents and they do seem very confident indeed, having taken out the last winners.
Oh yeah, I know, they might be small, furry and cute, but with their style and their good looks, we can't lose.
Nah. You do seem to have better weapons than them for sure.
We've got better weapons than most people.
Confident in them?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
Lift them, smash them, cut them to bits.
Yes. And whoever wins this gets a place in the final.
So the scene is set. No, it isn't. I'm hearing that Morg have got problems. Jules, get in there and find out what's going on.
Morg, what's happening? We need you in the arena as soon as possible.
This is what's happening. Blown 3 controllers in 3 different battles. We're out of it.
Rest in pieces.
Yeah, but we're not going to bleat about it.
I better find them a replacement quick.
Who is that replacement for Morg? It's Pussycat and Diotoir now against Comengetorix and Spawn again. And out they come, into the arena, Spawn again to the right. There's the dangerous Pussycat. David Gribble there on the left of the controls. Up with the Diotoir boys, out comes Comengetorix. There's Diotoir once again. Oh, we do, Alistair. So do the house robots, MATILDA with the tough exoskeleton. And alongside her in the arena, SHUNT can push anything in Robot Wars.
Roboteers, stand by.
The ref bot checks the arena. We check the pods. Yep, we're ready to go, go, go. Green light for go. And the tag team terror semi-final. The second semi-final is off and underway. Pussycat out there with Spawn again. Spawn again across the flame pit. Watch for that Pussycat patented blade. Can tear and slice into anything. Spawn again has the flipper. Spawn again just moving rather sluggishly. Can actually get up to 25 miles an hour top speeds. But I think they're in trouble, Spawn again. No, they're not. They come out of the arena sidewall. They looked a little bit sluggish and ponderous for me. But they've got Pussycat on the run here. Pussycat into the CPZ. Needs to get out because Matilda's in there with the tusks. Of course, Pussycat can run any which way up, really, on those 4 wheels. They're the Pussycat and Diotoir team. Pussycat nudges the the arena release button, which crumples and breaks. Comengetorix has been tagged, is out there. Pussycat goes back into the TPZ. There's the tag to allow Diotoir to come in. Diotoir, great sports, good fun, always have been. But what was that? Spawn again are out and in the arena, and that's not right. Pussycat have flown out of also their kitty lair to come back into the fight, even things up. But Spawn again broke the rules. Their rules. Are there any ref bot, really? Let's be honest, this is tag team terror. We don't want rules. We want mechanical mayhem, maniacal mashing out there, and that's what we're getting now in this tag team terror. And Diotoir gets the bucket scoop underneath Comengetorix. Come and help, Comengetorix says to Spawn again. He needs a little bit of assistance. Good push by Diotoir. In comes Pussycat on the side of Comengetorix, up and over the top. Spawn again. Have they been immobilised? They're moving, they are. But they have these periods of inactivity, Spawn again, which are most frustrating. I think the Pussycat and Diotoir team are on top of this moment in time. There again, Spawn again stopped. Comengetorix is being pushed around by Diotoir. The Spawn again boys. Oops, I think one of them just said. I don't think they've had control of that all the way through. Not consistent control anyway. Spawn again on the right there. They're being counted out by the ref bot. It was inevitable, so Spawn again have gone. It means, of course, that SHUNT can come out with the axe and finish Spawn again. Onto the floor flipper. Come on, let's see the Spawn fly through the air. Great stuff. The crowd love that flipper. There you can see the CO2 bottle underneath, fire extinguisher type weapon. And there you see MATILDA with the coup de grace. Spawn again in the pit. Well, that team on the left-hand side have gone in the pit. Ignominy. From the flipper, through the air. The heights of success almost there, within touching distance. And then the pits of despair confirmed. Well done, MATILDA. One down, one to go. Comengetorix there. And somehow Diotoir, somehow it always happens. Why am I baffled? He's on fire. Diotoir's always on fire. Fur-brain, flammable. Foolish design? No, we love the Diotoir boys. They've done tremendously well to get to this stage, I think, in the tag team terror, and Comengetorix would have been in the pit had not its fallen teammate helped them out. In the end, it matters not one jot. One out, both out, and it's Diotoir and Pussycat that'll go through. Comengetorix and Spawn again, the fallen. They're disappointed, ending in defeat.
Comengetorix and Spawn again. They take a right beating. Through to the final, Diotoir, and a transfer. Diotoir and Pussycat, come out, lads.
Guys.
So, how do you feel about that?
Well, these things happen. Their little kill switch fell out, and that was it.
So it was you that... Did they let you down then, did they? What happened there then?
Well, a kill switch came out. I mean, that's it. It was dead.
Are you not annoyed, a bit annoyed though that Mega Morg wasn't with Diotoir there? Because Mega Morg is not as powerful a robot as Pussycat, is it?
Well, no, it's not. It's not, no.
Yeah?
No, yeah. No, I'll see what you're getting at here. Yeah.
So you feel a little bit cheated, a bit let down?
Oh, I do, yeah, extremely.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I might...
lodge a complaint?
Exactly.
Have an appeal?
I will.
Go down, hassle him in the pits, all right?
I will. Derek loves that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this transfer then.
Pussycat was happy to step in, like, you know, because we couldn't have asked for a better enemy, you know what I mean?
I tell you what, though, I mean, you know, you've got a great robot. You've got a great robot there. But then the saw didn't seem to be working that well.
We had a bit of problem with the saw, but I don't know what his interference or what it was. They were very, very, very lucky. And as for appealing, they don't appeal to us at all.
Okay, let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Diotoir and Pussycat!
Craig, let's just confirm the lineup for the Tag Team Terror Final. Diotoir and Pussycat will meet the Steel Avenger and Suicidal Tendencies. The House Robots in the Tag Team Terror Final. MATILDA with electric motor, the tusks, the flywheel. And alongside our beauty is our beast, Shunt, with the scoop, the axe, and the prototype electric motor.
Frontiers, stand by.
Pussycat starting off against Suicidal Tendencies. There's the Diotoir and Pussycat team from the rear. Great tag team terror final. The Pussycat comes in against Suicidal Tendencies early on. There's the razor-type beak. Pussycat on its side can drive any which way up. It's a great design, Pussycat, but look, are they going to be clawed? Are they going to be crushed? Don't forget, they can go back and be tagged by Diotoir and rescued. There's the two-teeth blade trying to slice through Suicidal Tendencies, and the drive by Pussycat forcing the Tendency on the back foot. It's a trapped robot, a trapped robot. Don't forget Suicidal Tendencies. Now they can push on Pussycat. Will Pussycat go back into the CPZ and be replaced? It's been patched up throughout this series. Look at that. The gaffer tape holding it together there, the Pussycat on a side. They managed to disguise that away from our cameras in the pits, I can tell you. That damage, and Suicidal Tendencies is off after the Pussycat boys. We saw that at the back of the Suicidal team. Still the others wait to be tagged. The Steel Avenger, we just caught a glimpse of them going. Diotoir there, top of your picture. And out comes Diotoir now, and out comes the Steel Avenger. And they're all out there in the arena. All is fair in love and tag team terror war. Over goes the Steel Avenger now from Diotoir. Diotoir using the scoop bucket. They've got a little memento, a little mascot from Mega Morg, the Welsh boys. They have the inflatable sheep on board as well. And it's certainly at this moment pushing and shoving the Steel Avenger over on one side. Tony Bates there in the Steel Avenger team would have been pleased with the way that they self-righted. And the two of them are together, the gleaming steel machines again. The Avenger is pushed onto one side and Pussycat and Diotoir, a concerted pincer attack there. Suicidal Tendencies tries to split them up. Good old battle this, isn't it? Look at Diotoir, there's hardly any fur left on it. It's balding. Pussycat's blade spins and whirs. In the middle of the picture there, this is Suicidal Tendencies away from Diotoir. Look at the sheep, there's nothing left of them. They once came into the arena with a meat and veggie kebab on the spike, their old weapon, and cooked it in the flame pit. And there goes the release button, completely demolished by Pussycat's blade. Down goes the pit. Who's going to go in it? To win the tag team Terra Contest outright, you have to stop both robots, let me remind you. The rep bot's in there. Diotoir. And there's the Steel Avenger trying to dance around the lip of the pit. Suicidal Tendencies chasing Pussycat. They're all involved. It's been a terrific contest. Pussycat away. I couldn't call this. This is tremendously tight. The judges have to make a decision. And they will. Well, good luck to them. I couldn't decide. Very, very close.
Well, that's one of the best tag team terror bouts I've seen. Who won? Well, I don't know. It's up to the judges. While they decide, let's review some robo-actions.
Dear Craig, I'm almost breathless. Interesting how it worked out. Suicidal Tendencies locked with Pussycat almost all the way through, and Diotoir locked with the Steel Avenger. Diotoir won that battle, I think. But the crucial element here is, did Suicidal Tendencies get the better throughout over Pussycat? I think that could well swing it. You couldn't get a cigarette paper betwixt these two teams. It was that tight. Brilliant battle. Brilliant.
Well, you could cut the tension in here with a knife. Everybody's a little bit nervous. The judges have made a decision. They're looking at style, control, damage, and aggression. And the judges have gone for Diotoir and Pussycat! Nice! Here's your trophy. Yes! Just break up a little bit. You must feel a bit gutted, guys. I mean, it was so close. Such a good battle.
It was good. We enjoyed it. It's one of the best ever.
You look a bit upset.
Yeah, it would have been nice to get that trophy, but there you go.
Pussycat was on the run for a lot of it.
Yeah, Pussycat was on the run, you're right. Yeah. In the end, it was running away, but the judges have... The cat was scared, but the judges have gone for it. Guys, at last you've won something! That's amazing, isn't it?
It took long enough.
Pussycat, you were running scared there for a while.
Yeah, I know. My driving wasn't very good then.
Your driving wasn't very good.
No.
You pulled it out the bag. Diotoir pulled it out the bag for you, though, as well. I mean, guys, you've been doing this for so long, and you used to go home empty-handed every time. Oh, no, but now you've got something. Congratulations. Hear it for Diotoir and Pussycat!